Welcome back to Doki-Doki Literature Club Part 4. And on today's video, I'm gonna be making another poem for Yuri, since I've kinda started to like her character. So let's start with picking Yuri words. What? What? Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting with this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you were all willing to help out with the festival too. Uh, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you just complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our parts of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Eh, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name, Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori? I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dissipated with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since she's been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Orbit, what's up? Hey, this sounds a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Orbit. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, I asked her, and she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too, Orbit. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh, are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Orbit. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that? She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Orbit. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, but so try not to think about it for now. Alright then. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from behind her desk and walks over to the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she keeps her voice quiet. I can't hear from her from over here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now that it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything, but I couldn't tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find most comfort in keeping it to themselves. But you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. So it's not that big of a deal. It's not really that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me, so I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry, I didn't mean something so stupid. It's not that I didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Orbit. The world is full of meaning and often hidden deep beneath plain sight. There are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? Hmm. I think Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on the inside of her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Ah, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, persons' mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware in you. That that is, I think that she wouldn't be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a, I'm a, I'm a simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make reading any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention, for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way over to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this inside? Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to unplug this at the teacher's. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. Ah, I might as well walk with you. Yeah? Why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Eh? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry if I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. What the heck? Since when did you start acting like that? Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Orbit in club activities? Eh? My mouth agapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Orbit. Ah. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I possibly say something like that? Yuri, I just... Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Orbit, how come, even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify them in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ah, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Ah, um, Yuri lifts her head. Orbit. I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill a pitcher, we return to the classroom. Orbit, do you like oolong tea? Ah, yeah. Any anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm an ex even if I'm an expert even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Hoo hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was only letting it show. And you noticed, I was doing a bit of thinking. and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you around, when it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Orbit. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't know if even I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Orbit, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read it with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of uh, your posture, right? Always hunched over, like while reading. Yes, I have a terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since I'll go with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position at the same as last time, holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our bodies are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kinda cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hands, that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her. Come on, dude! Just push your hand outward! It's not that hard. Don't try to make it so complicated. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her inten she wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book before to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Eh, are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Ooh, I like the lighting. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result of her left arm practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already too focused in her reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into her mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Orbit. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Ah, that's... Well, you were always... You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then... You don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell, just by her expression, that even she can't focus on it now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did I... How did it even come to this? I don't know, dude. Maybe just don't put chocolate in random people's mouths. That's super weird. And you've only known these people for 2 days. I think. Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Ah, like Yuri, like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it into her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. What the heck happened? So much was just going on. The music just cut out. Okay, everyone. Ah, ah. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Orbit, can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bags of chocolate. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as the world between us. I get the feeling that something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Alright, that's all for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, where we will finish off the poems, and then, I don't know what'll happen next. Maybe write some more.